Mr. President.
Our latest intel is pretty disturbing. How accurate is it?
Very. All hell has broken loose.
This couldn't be happening at a worse time.
With all due respect, sir, we're spread too thin. We're forced to defend hundreds of worlds while the Aeon and Cybrans can pick and choose where they attack. I recommend evacuating the outer planets and positioning our forces along a defensive perimeter.
That wasn't an option a year ago, and it's not an option now. We will reclaim the systems lost to the Aeon and the Cybran, no matter the cost. What about Black Sun?
Barring any major setbacks, it will be operational within 5 weeks.
That weapon is the culmination of my presidency. I want you to personally oversee its final stages of development. Is that clear, General Clark?
Yes, sir. One final thing, Mr. President. A new group of commanders is coming online, and one of them is quite remarkable. He's scheduled to gate immediately.
Armored Command Unit final systems check complete. Prepare for pilot integration. Gate M7 is charged and ready, Lieutenant. Good hunting. Earthcom out.
Lieutenant, you are being assigned to Colonel Arnold for the duration of your probationary period. His word is law. Intel reports that 2 Cybran commanders gated to Capella over an hour ago. We presume they're attempting to inflame the symbiont population.
Why is our time being wasted with this op? The local forces there should be able to handle it.
Because of President Riley's insistence that we fight across multiple fronts, we had to pull troops away from Capella for other ops. As a result, the research facilities on Capella are only lightly defended. The Cybrans must not be allowed to compromise our work.
Are we there to secure Capella for good? Or are we gonna let it fall to the Cybrans in a month?
You have your orders, Colonel. You gate at 11:30 hours. Dismissed.
Okay, this is the beginning of Supreme Commander, the first one. We're doing United Earth Federation. So this is the 1,000-year war. These 3 factions have been fighting each other for 1,000 years. The whole game for this one.
Listen up, rookie. I know what they taught you at the Academy regarding Cybran tactics, but you need to forget all that crap. The Cybrans are no longer running from a stand-up fight, and they're not afraid to come at you with guns blazing. Your predecessor forgot that, and paid the price.
Yeah, this was...
Start by building some power generators and mass extractors.
Unit schematics downloaded.
Yeah, this game was started by or made by Gas Power Games. It was early 2000s. 2006, 7. I had a hell of a lot of fun with it. That's why I've been really wanting to play this game for a while for everyone, and especially with my new computer. It took like 30 minutes to make it work, like settings wise, to align with the screen recording and that, but I think we got it. There is an issue if you get this game that every other time you start it up, it's gonna like feedback itself, and every little action's gonna stutter.
Schematics downloaded.
I haven't had that issue with, or I haven't had that
Now
issue.
then, build a land factory to take advantage of all that power and mass. Get it done.
I had that issue with this, so this is like, I just quit and restart, and then it, usually from the intro, you know if it's gonna stutter or not, because it's like universal. But this game definitely does, like graphics wise and functionality, go with times. Like it doesn't, like it looks really good right here, and this is how many years later, and it runs really fast. There is issue with the second game, not the second game, but the expansion, where if you have too many units on the screen, it doesn't know how to use all the memory, so it will slow down on you. And also in this game you can speed up like crazy, which is great. Then you could,
Unit schematics
if you want to try something, give the time.
Okay, now build a bunch of MA-12 Striker medium tanks. Move them around and get used to the controls.
There's a lot of cool functions in this game. The ability to man massive armies and have like kind of, it was made to, you could plan and act upon complicated maneuvers. Like holding shift, and there's some other buttons you could like, and it'll show you arrows on the screen for where the units are going to go. And top right is your power, top left is your mass, so there's only 2 resources that you have to worry about. And power comes from generators, mass comes from these extractors. These could be upgraded later and added on to, like, with things that boost them.
Good. Now take your tanks and destroy that Cybran radar. There's a couple of units defending it, but your tank should make short work of them.
Operation area expanded.
And I set the scroll right so it's not so jarring.
Schematics downloaded.
Little light assault bots.
Nice work. Always build as quickly as possible. It'll save your backside if you gate into a hot LZ.
And sometimes
Get some
they'll
additional
miss,
units
which is
online
interesting.
and destroy that airbase
And
to
like
the
fires
southwest.
will rage
There's some
on
Cybran
trees.
bombers prowling around, so take a few mobile anti-air with you.
Operation area expanded.
And you can zoom out really far. Because there's some units, especially in the expansion, that, oh, they're attacking trees, that will go clear across screen firing. You have issues with it here. And you could, like any other game, like certain games, you could hold shift and then queue buildings, which is very useful in this. Now, if you don't have the resources beside you, like the mass, which is really important, you can produce mass from energy, like converters. That most of the time that makes absolutely no sense, but it works. And you could change your formations. And if they're in a formation, they'll move as a formation. Oopsie. Now, when I had this game when I was younger, back in 2007, it wasn't this fast. Like, I could never go that fast if I wanted to.
The stronger we become.
It depended on your computer at the time, and all I had at the time was a laptop when I was in Okinawa. So, and you can build engineers who will help you with certain things. And like him, he'll clear area things. If those objects that you see there are consumable, so you'll replenish your mass from taking trees or rocks or other enemy buildings. Like all this you can take over, reclaim. There we go. Get them work. That's one thing. So negative with the formation movement. If you have a formation attack a certain spot, you push A and then attack that spot. Anything in between them, your ground units that target specifically ground will switch to them, stop, switch, and fire. The other units who are not based on that, like anti-air, will continue on their path until they get to that endpoint. So that means they will be vulnerable to other ground units.
But don't let it go to your head. Make one mistake and the Cybrans will tear you apart. Blast, there's another Cybran commander. I'm gonna deal with him. The rest of this op is yours. I'm leaving you with some reinforcements. They're a few steps above your pay grade, but that doesn't mean you can't play with them.
Nice units. Well,
That airbase was meaningless. The larger struggle remains.
Ignore his psychobabble.
Operation area expanded.
You just line them up. There's a way to copy and paste things. Oh, it's where is it? I don't remember where it's at. I think it's in the second game you can copy and paste. Yeah, it's not in the second game, the expansion. Forged Alliance. You could copy and paste building placements. So if you have like a nice setup where you have power plants, extractors, there's mass storages. Mass storages are so you can increase this number here to the storage maximum. Also, when they're when you stack those storages right next to accumulators like power plants or extractors, they will increase the efficiency, so you'll get more per second. I'm gonna speed this up a bit. Do a massive light bot assault. They'll move into position. And you can move what you placed. Like that. And of course you could do waypoints for them. You have in this game you have land, air, and sea battles you can do. And so it's supposed to be like 1 year of like this whole conflict, around like under a year, where everything's coming together before one single point that all three factions that are fighting will open up victory for them total. And it's all around what you saw in the intro video, that black sun structure. I won't give away what it does, but it's so much that all three sides want it. So even in a beginning mission like this, you always want those damn extractors working. And for the hell of it, some defenses. Now you have to protect your commander. If you lose your commander, you lose. I think, yeah, even in multiplayer, you can have it set to like secondary commanders that you can get through constructing, can keep on the fight, but you don't want to lose yourself. Oh, and you're carrying the guy on a transport, like air transport, he will die if that air transport falls or destroys itself or anything like that. So, all right, let's get these guys together. Let's speed this up. That is air units, by the way. So let's just get a few over there. Come on. And there is a max number of units you could have. Hoping it'll show it somewhere. For some reason it's
Your
not.
leaders are nothing more than liars. Do not believe their propaganda.
What's great about this game, you'll get taunts from the enemy commanders who are in the theater. Oh yeah. Let's slow this down a bit. Now let's go. Think of it as like infantry. All these guys. Now, they've never explained if these guys are... they're actually people in these robots. Those are all turrets firing. It's really cheap to make too, like that many units, so you could just pump them out, and just continually soften targets. Now they can just repair them. I already got rid of 2 turrets. They're gonna win anyway. Just because I had a few artillery just constantly peppering these guys.
You have taken out my defensive line. I won't underestimate you again.
Okay.
Unit schematics downloaded.
Here's your next assignment. You need to take out the Cybran commander. I don't care how you do it, just as long as it gets done.
Operation area expanded.
And that
Commander,
is...
can you read me? This is Assistant Research Director Thompson. The Cybrans are attacking us, and I don't know how much longer our defenses will hold. I'm patching you into our systems. You'll have access to our long-range radar.
Alright, so this is the research center. They are getting effed. They've got a few engineers doing usual repairing and collecting resources. But they're going to lose this line pretty quickly. But they have a secondary line right here with a lot of AA and ground support. And then they have the final line. Actually, they don't even have a final line there. But that's a nice one right there.
Commander, we have a light artillery installation available, but we don't have enough power to fire it. The Cybran has some Tech 2 power generators to the far west. If you can capture one of them, we can tap into your grid and fire the weapon.
I like it. Go capture one of those Tech 2 power generators.
See, every, like, other destruction of a unit leaves behind a hulk that can be collected by the engineers. And having them, the engineers patrol, will cause them to automatically pick it up. These guys, my primary force, will cover the Good Doctor's facility. They're repairing that just fine. Speed things up a bit. So this is United Earth Federation. It's the galaxy as is was formed under Federation or whatever, and exploring, developing. There's an entire intro that explains all this. I'll try my best. While also commanding these guys. Exploring the galaxy. Developed these gates that allow instantaneous light transfer of matter across stars. So that's cool. So it allows the stars to be explored. Alright, I gotta get that fucker up before he does anything. There you go. Damn! Those things mess you up.
Commander, we have analyzed the Cybrans' base. All of their anti-air towers are positioned along their southern perimeter.
That's what we needed to hear. Round up some ground forces and destroy those anti-air towers, Rookie. Once they're down, bomb the Cybrans back to the Stone Age. You should also look at getting a second base off the ground. There's a lot of mass where the Cybran defensive line was positioned. Check it out.
So, I don't know why it's not working here, but maybe it's only the second expansion, but there's like a mini-map you can have here. And you can actually split it off, and you can have two maps going at the same time that you can control simultaneously, thus allowing like multiple offensives to be launched at the same time. And that part's really cool. Maybe get behind. I mean, they repaired it all already, so they're back to 100%. There is a unit limit, though. There it is. There's the mini-map. Alright. And you can change it to cartographic. I cannot say that word. I never could. But the mini-map is very important because you can see everything that's going on, even if you're looking at something and focusing on something else. I've been messing around a little too much with this, so let's go on. So, humanity figures out how to go between stars really fast, so that allows them to expand really fast and allows science to go beyond where it's supposed to. So then somebody named Dr. Brackman comes up with the way to combine an artificial intelligence and a human brain, so they're called the Cybrans. The Earth government sees that as a threat, so they implement a loyalty program on the Cybrans.
How much Cybran blood is on your hands?
Not enough. Not enough. So Dr. Brackman and a bunch of his people get the hell out before that program is initiated, and so you have another faction grow. At the exact same time, humans encounter an alien species called the Seraphim. The Seraphim in the galaxy are like, hey, we're so peaceful here. Here's the way. Oh, it's spiritual. It's calming. It's mind control. I mean, don't worry about the mind control part. Xenophobic humans kill off the Cybrans. They don't exactly explain how they kill off the Cybran. They like show nuclear bombs and all that kind of stuff, but I think an alien race would have a little bit better defenses. But if they were like thinking, oh, these humans are actually want to be peaceful, blah blah blah, they let their guard down. You know, like a entity of force that hasn't dealt with any conflict in a long time will not be prepared for it for after however many years. So let's hit that target once. You guys here, you need to, you know, be in formation when you attack, or else you'll be like that guy. You can win. They're just heavy bots. See? Now attack. Strike. There's no air cover. You don't need it. We're gonna clear.
I'm not
this area.
hearing any Cybran ACUs cooking off, rookie.
I know. I've been talking, bullshitting. All right, while we're doing that, we're going to build an attack bomber force. It's gonna be huge. The Seraphim are killed. The people who were learning from the Seraphim now call themselves the Aeon, and they take the technology that the aliens had and they turn them into weapons. And so the Earth government collapses. You have those two opposite factions out there. Everything's in turmoil, so then Earth reforms itself into the United Earth Federation, and they're trying to back up the pieces. So you get to this point where the current human occupation is split into three groups. Aeon, which is that Seraphim loving people, hate the Cybrans because they think of them as monsters. So they usually just get rid of them. And Cybrans can't really do much about that, so they fight them. And Cybrans are more like a guerrilla war kind of force, where United Earth Federation is a stand-up force, like fighting conventional war. So they have these things called armored command units, which is that guy right there. They're stronger, bigger, able to handle more, and they're also able to build a base instantaneously. Now, I'm still not sure if this is a human-piloted systems, which would suck. I'm getting Ender's Game feelings here. All right, you guys move that way.
We want to be free. Is that too much to ask?
Yes. In reality, I don't give a shit, but if you're gonna roleplay as UEF commander or Aeon, you have different feelings. Like the entire human economy is based upon having these people who have AI in their heads, so they're able to do a hell of a lot more, like
And
mentats
Cybran
kind of
Commander
thing.
is still kicking. Fix that.
Whatever, man. Just build. So there. Speed that up.
The Cybrans will never admit defeat!
Boom. You can actually see the shell sometimes. Is the thing gonna keep firing or no? Oh yeah, it's gonna keep firing. And that'll do a number of damage against the base. Like, you have one of those, that's almost end game. Those late tier weapons systems. Some of them you have to really set yourselves up to counterbalance. Alright. So we're gonna attack them all at once. There's later you can get tactical missiles, nuclear missiles, special artillery, special units, big colossal units, like 3 tiers of different units, like tanks, artillery, all sorts of things, aircraft, ships. Cybrans have ships that walk on land. That's pretty cool. You could hide just, there's like cloak generators, there's shield generators, there's all sorts of. Alright, we're gonna cover ourselves there. So we're gonna hit for 3 angles. Now we can set that to absolutely nothing. So then we could plan this. So they're that way, and that way. And then these guys go that way. All right. You can just have the artillery pepper him the entire game, and sometimes he'll actually cook off the enemy.
Assistance, Commander, but... Oh my god. The Cybrans took Dr. Sweeney. He's one of our top researchers and key to Black Sun.
Shut up, Thompson. You eggheads get back to what you were doing. We'll worry about Sweeney.
Sir, General Clark sends her congratulations for successfully completing your first mission.
Yeah, there you go. And let's see what happens when I push OK. Debrief operation successful. With the defeat of the Cybrans on Capella, UEF disaster response teams were quickly to land and began cleanup operations. Almost 40% of the symbiote population was reported missing, and any remaining symbionts received thorough psychological and AI examinations to ensure that no Trojan horse programs were left behind. Overall, civilian casualties were light and property damage was minimal. Note, Dr. Eric Sweeney, a noted scientist and quantum theorist, was reported missing. Statements taken from his co-workers suggest the Cybrans may have kidnapped him. More data will be posted as it is made available. And you can see your objectives you completed. Game time, like, because it goes off that 0. So, resources built, all that stuff like that. So, thank you so much for watching. This is episode 1 of UEF, First Supreme Commander. Please let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, all that jazz, comment. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Ta-ta.